What exactly is a color caster's job? I'm your caster Seda, and this is the Shoutcaster's Cachet. What exactly is a color caster's job? Well, according to Wikipedia, a color caster's job is to assist the play-by-play caster, typically by providing expert analysis, background information on the teams or players, or providing light anecdotes or humor to pass time. In simpler terms, a color caster's job is to help fill the play-by-play's downtime. As I mentioned in my last video, a play-by-play caster is usually the what of the action. As a color caster, you are the why. Try to think of it like this. If the casting duo were making a comic book, the play-by-play caster would be doing the basic inking and deciding on the direction of the comic. The color caster would be doing the, well, you know. Now, you might imagine that color casting is easy with so much of the heavy lifting being done by the play-by-play caster, and you'd be wrong. Just like play-by-play, color casting is defined by choosing what to talk about at the right time. Do you spend time talking about the goal difference between the two teams, or do you emphasize the importance of the Zerg starting hatchery first instead of spawning pool first? Following the right topic at the right time, even during downtime, helps to create an effective and efficient broadcast, which is in turn more entertaining for the viewer. So what should a color caster talk about? Well, as a color caster, you're not limited to talking about what's happening on screen. You can break down player and team histories, get into their backgrounds, or even get into the really nitty-gritty stats. The color caster even has the ability to go off of topic entirely, using humor or other methods to pass downtime until action breaks out again. And especially at lower levels of play, this can be a vital skill to have, as some teams will spend 20 minutes farming without even a hint of action. This type of casting is called Banter. Banter serves no purpose and has no value outside of passing time, but being good at banter ensures that you'll always have something to talk about with your co-caster. That being said, banter should always be a fallback. As a color caster, you have enormous room to maneuver the direction of the broadcast beyond the play-by-play's limit to stating the obvious. Numbers like a player's KDA on his favorite champion, or background information such as his favorite hobby, can create conversational outlets that assist the play-by-play in creating the broadcast's narrative. Though it is mainly the play-by-play caster's job to construct the broadcast's narrative, it can be very difficult for a play-by-play caster to host the broadcast, keep the viewer informed, and construct a reasonable story at the same time. As a color caster, you have significantly more mental faculty available to apply to the construction of the broadcast's narrative. Just like the play-by-play can lead the color caster with questions, you as the color can lead the play-by-play with interesting information. Discussing Draven's runes, for example, can explain why he's getting critical hits so often, and can lead your play-by-play to focus more on Draven's impacts during team fights and on the course of the game. All of this interesting information, however, is something that you learn before the broadcast even begins, through another technique called preparation. Preparation is one of the largest parts of what makes not just a good color caster, but a great shoutcaster in general. Doing research ahead of time enables you to talk about any one thing at any time. This extensive preparation enables you to see these small threads of stories and tease them apart into the tapestry of your broadcast's narrative. This information could be discovered from watching player interviews, monitoring their solo queue, or even using the current game as a discussion topic. What all of this preparation and information affords you as a caster is credibility, a topic that I'm releasing a video on soon. It's coming, I promise. Finally, preparation enables a shoutcaster, and not just a color caster, to talk about the right things at the right time. Growing this ability through practice, experience, and research will enable you to become a more interesting and thus entertaining shoutcaster. What do you think a color caster's job is? Let me know in the comments, and clicking subscribe will help this little guy grow a beard as big as Brahms. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I know I'm not in the studio that I was before, so the video quality might be a little bit wonky, but I am doing the best I can to make this a high quality broadcast, and I feel like the content is more important than where I actually am at the time. So be sure to stay tuned, and if you guys like my new setup, let me know, because this is something easily replicable, replaceable, doable againable. Yeah, just let me know. Thanks. Of a narrative. Just like the play-by-play can... Oh no, what happened? Tons of damage. Tons of damage. Tons of damage. Tons and tons of damage. Trinity Force. tons of damage.